Okay, I'm going to sharpen a chain by hand, and I'm going to show you how I do it. Now, for you experts out there, you can do this any way you like. This is how I do it. This chain tooth has an angle. You see that angle? When you file it, you want to stay with that angle. You don't want to file it this way or that way. You want to follow that angle. That's what I wanted to show you close up. And then these, before the tooth, are called rakers. And what they do is prevent the tooth from biting too deep in. It'll just bind up if it takes too big a bite. So over time, as you sharpen this tooth further in towards my thumb, the height of it comes lower. The front edge of that tooth, the leading edge of that tooth, gets a little lower over time as you sharpen it. So to compensate for that, you have to take this file and file some off the top of the rakers with a flat file. And that's what you won't be able to, I'm explaining to you now close up what I'm going to be doing that you won't be able to likely see me do. So let me just sharpen a few teeth and show you how I do it. There's different size files for different size teeth. To my knowledge, there's two commonly that you and I would use. There are bigger chains and bigger files, but these two are common. And honestly, I forgot the diameters. Let me see if it says on the tang. I'm probably not going to be able to see it. Yeah, 7/32. Actually, I got 3 here, so 7/32, that would be a big chain. Good Lord. I can't read it. Huh. Don't I have a magnifying glass here somewhere? I know I do. Well, geez. Well, it's not 3/16, but that's what it looks like. Can't be 3/16 because, well, I guess it could. And this is 5/32. Yeah, I guess that is 3/16. All right, 5/32 is what I'm using on this. So here I go. You're gonna keep this at the angle that the tooth is already cut at. You don't want to get away from that angle. And when the file doesn't seem like it's dragging as much, that's when to me, it feels like it's sharp. And then I take the flat file and I see where the rakers are at, and I just take the file and I eyeball it. There is a gauge, but you have to use this gauge while it's on your chainsaw, and I don't like sharpening this on my chainsaw. And you know, I have pretty good luck eyeballing things. So I'm gonna call that square right there. And now I'm gonna move to the next tooth. Okay, you see all these teeth are, you have one tooth this way and the next tooth is that way. Well, you do all the teeth one direction, and then you take the chain out and you turn it around and you do all the teeth that are in the other direction. I'm not going to do the whole chain. See, I can feel it not digging in as much. Yeah, this is a lot of it's by sight, and a lot of it's also by feel. I have a chainsaw sharpener. I don't know if it's in the picture or not, but it's right here. And I do use that on my bigger chains. Like I've got a chain over there right now on it that I plan on sharpening later. But the smaller chains, there's not much tooth here to begin with. And that electric chainsaw sharpener, it takes a lot of tooth off. No matter how careful you are, you lose a lot more tooth using the electric one than you do using the file. So my 16-inch saws, I sharpen by hand, and my 20-inch chainsaws, blades, chains, I sharpen on the chainsaw sharpener. Boy, I've used that word a lot. Chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain. Damn it. There's a cheap file. Some chains have a colored link on them. Let me see if I can find it on this. Yeah, maybe. Okay, this, can you see? Where are you? Can you see the green paint on this? Here, let me get my, there, how about that? That green paint, what I do is start at that link, and then when I come back around to that link, I know it's hard to remember, and it's hard to see what link you've sharpened and what you didn't, so. All right, I'm going to show you what I do when I get to the end and I got to turn it around. You just take the chain off, turn it around this way, and you sharpen the ones that are facing away from you. Same way, only you're kind of sharpening away from yourself. Same way. That's a cheap file there. I got to get another file. I got plenty of them. All right, that's all I wanted to show you. It's pretty easy to do, and I do this in the field. I bring all my files with me, and when I sit down and take a break, I get my files out and just hit my chainsaw with it. Just my chainsaw chain, not the chainsaw. Just because it's no effort really, and it's something to do while you're sitting. And a sharp chain will sure make the day go by quicker. Thanks for watching, y'all. Well, I thought since I was here, I would just go ahead and show you how I sharpen them on the electric chainsaw. This is just a Harbor Freight cheapie, 29 bucks, 24, 25, something like that. You mount your chain in this groove right here. This groove, it's pretty bright back behind it, so the sun is shining in yonder window, and it's there we go, maybe that'll help. So this just mimics a chainsaw bar here, and you lower it down into that chainsaw bar, you lock it in. Now, this is a stop where you put the tooth up against that stop. You adjust that stop with this knob, and you check to make sure that you're going to be cutting off enough tooth and that your angle is right, and it is. And here's your angle right here. There's an adjustment knob under here. You loosen the adjustment knob and you can set this angle, but most all chains are cut at 30 degrees. So am I plugged in? Let me see if I'm plugged in. Yep. I'm just going to do this holding the camera. What you don't want to do, okay, then you would undo this, move it up, you skip a tooth because it's facing the other direction, lock it down, and then again. What you don't want to do is overheat the tooth. And when you are ready to do the other teeth that are facing the opposite direction, you undo this knob, you put it at 30 degrees over here, and you just do the same thing, just in the opposite. Okay, that's all my chainsaw knowledge I have now passed on to you. Use it well.